If you enjoy watching Common Ground online, please consider making a tax-deductible donation at lptv.org. Lakeland Public Television presents Common Ground, brought to you by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota. Hi, welcome to Common Ground. I'm your host, Scott Knudsen. On this two-segment episode, see the diverse arts education opportunities at Bemidji's Headwaters School of Music and the Arts.
Hi, I'm Cindy Agan, and today I'm teaching a watercolor portraiture class for the Headwaters School of Music and Arts. I started my career about 30 years ago doing portraits in pastel, and it was just by happenstance. I didn't plan on it. People had seen some portrait work that I had done, and one thing led to another and my career began. And as the years went on, I entered some competitions, and I submitted a portrait for a book and was accepted, and it's called the Splash Watercolor Series. And subsequent to that, I was accepted into another book, and after that the editors asked me if I would write a book for them. And the other book was just a compilation of several different artists, where this would be my book. And they liked the emotional content and the realism and my easy writing style. So that was quite an honor to be asked to write a book, which I did for Northlight. And there's a company that works with them in England that produces art instruction videos. And they asked if I would come to England and film a video for them. And so my audience became worldwide, and each company sold the book and the video. And that's how my workshop career began. Art organizations would call and say, we've seen your book, we have your video, our organization would like to bring you in to teach a portrait workshop. And so that's how it all began. What I have found when I teach portrait workshops, number one, portraits are very intimidating to a lot of artists. If you paint a portrait and the likeness is not there, people will notice. If you paint a tree and your leaves are not in the exact spot, it really doesn't matter as long as the composition is strong. Now with portraits, if your nose is off a little bit, it can be an issue. So what I've done is I've broken down the portraits into different manageable sections. First we work on the skin, and then we went on to learn about the anatomy of the nose and the mouth, how to paint teeth so they don't look like chiclets. And this afternoon we're going to work on eyes, which I'll have a very detailed demonstration on that. And that's what I do. I demonstrate, and then the students take it from there. Hello.
I'm catching up from yesterday.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Hi.
Did you have a chance?
I have a question.
Each day we just take a small section of the portrait and work it. When I do portraits, I tend to study their face for a long time. And I can do that while I'm in the drawing process before I even put any paint to the paper. And what I'm doing as I'm drawing, I'm looking at their anatomy. Are their eyes far apart? Are they close together? How strong is their jawline? The difference between adults and children is tremendous. Children's bone structures haven't developed yet, and so they have little round button noses, and that's just a little ball of cartilage. They haven't developed, so all those things you have to take into consideration when you're doing a child or an adult as far as where the placement of the eyes. And so I try to teach the students how to recognize those features, what's different. I mean, we start with a general idea of where the placement is on the face. But we go from there, what's unique to that particular person? So we just take it one step at a time. And that's why I go into depth as far as the anatomy. And when you're doing a particular person, you want to capture their essence, their personality, but also to get a good likeness, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to their bone structure and the muscles. But I think probably my favorite thing when doing portraits is the eyes. And sometimes I make myself wait and paint those last because it's like dessert after a good meal. I like to wait till the end and put those in. But that's because I've had a lot of practice too with them, so I feel confident in waiting. But it's like the payoff for me because that's when the portrait comes alive. What I find special about portraiture is that it's personal to an artist. They may love to paint a landscape and it takes them to a place that they enjoy being at. And I think what's so wonderful about portraiture is that you're looking at someone's eyes, their personality. When they're painting their portrait, they're capturing someone that means something to them, somebody that they love, that's near and dear to them, whether it be a child or a grandchild. And that's so satisfying as an artist to do something that personal. I was contacted by the Headwaters School of Music and Arts, and the woman that runs that part of that organization, she contacted me and said, we heard that you were a watercolor artist and that you did portraits, and if you would be interested in coming. And I'm from South Bend, Indiana, so I traveled quite a ways to get up here, and they have a fantastic organization here where they bring artists from around the country, and each artist has their own specialty. And I know they've had still lifes in the past, and this time around they decided to bring a portrait artist because there was some interest in that. And the students are beginners all the way to very experienced people that have taught art. So my students have a wide range of talents and comfort in watercolor. Some are new to watercolor, some have done it for years but have never tried portraits. So this organization has just done a tremendous job in bringing people from all over the area to come and take the class. And it's 3 days, and we are just going to do the demonstrations, and I've told them already not to expect to have a finished painting, but just to come away. I've told them it's like if you were learning to play a musical instrument, a piano for instance. You're not going to expect to play Moonlight Sonata in 3 days. I'm here to just teach you the notes so that you can practice and the songs will come later. These little orange areas kind of pop out. There's a little bit on her temple.
And kind of
right
here.
Exactly.
Okay.
What I'd like to do when I'm teaching a watercolor class is I'm done demonstrating. I'd like to let them start trying to apply these techniques to their portrait. And what I do is I walk the room and give them one-on-one instruction. A lot of times people will ask for help. Sometimes people are afraid to ask for help. So what I do is I just make suggestions on things that I would do to make the portrait a little bit better. Sometimes when students are sitting in front of their portrait for a long period of time, they stop seeing it. They know there's a problem, but they don't know what the problem is. Well, I can walk up and see it with fresh eyes, and something's very obvious to me, and I can point that out to them, that maybe the shadow needs to be deepened a little bit, or the contour is wrong on the jawline, or something that is troubling them, but they can't put their finger on it. So having a class like this is wonderful because I can do that one-on-one instruction, and it's tailor-made for them because each student is different. They're all working at a different level, and I can come up just from doing so many portraits, I can recognize a lot of the struggles, and I can appreciate the struggles that they go through and just try to help them through that process.
Yeah, my name is Mary Locke, and I'm at the portraiture workshop with Cindy Agan, nationally known and recognized artist, and she's teaching us how to draw portraits. I'm not an art teacher or anything. I do it as a hobby, And I've dabbled in many different mediums. This is the first time I've done watercolors, and I just think it's very interesting and a good experience. I wanted to learn how to draw realistic looking pictures. And Cindy Agan is just a great artist. She's done a lot of different types of pictures, portraitures in particular, and it just has been good training for me. For me as an artist, it has really just expanded my horizons as far as what's possible with watercolor mediums, and broadened my background on what I potentially may be able to accomplish, giving me hope that I can draw portraits.
My name is Beverly Olson, and I'm here in Bemidji, Minnesota, and I'm taking a watercolor class that is absolutely wonderful. It is by a famous lady who has nationally known, and her name is Cindy Agan. And I brought my daughter here, who it's her 50th birthday, and we are having a wonderful, wonderful time because we're doing this together. That's what I like, to get that color in there. Taking a class with my daughter is really special, and this is one of the things that we do enjoy together.
You know, it's having fun, that's the thing.
I think the wonderful thing about taking a class like this is seeing somebody to do art and show us techniques that are just a little bit new to us. It gives us a challenge, it gives us something to reach for. I have done portraits before, but now I'm seeing the flesh and the expressions and all those kinds of things in a different way, and that is really exciting. My experience now from taking this class from Cindy, who's just a wonderful artist, is that it just encourages me. I haven't done portraits for quite a while, and now it's like opening a new door again and walking through it, and there's a challenge before me, and there's excitement there. If you are someone who have always wanted to do art, and maybe you should put it on your bucket list, and maybe you should just step into one of these classes and do it and enjoy it. We all have talents, and sometimes they're hidden, and so it might be a time of discovery for you too.
I would encourage anyone to just go ahead and follow their dreams. Just take the plunge and to try it. They've been very helpful here. There's both very skilled and beginners like me that are taking the class, and it's just great to be with a mix of talent and to get the benefits of advice from other people at different levels in their artistic career. It's just been great. I think having the Headwaters School of Music in the community, offering classes like this, makes the whole community a better community. It brings out the talent, it makes the talent of the different people come together and share, and just broadens the whole community's interest in art and helps us all to be better people.
I believe that having the Headwaters School of Music and Art in our community is fantastic. There are so many people who are talented. I think a place like this is a glue that just holds the whole community together, because they have so many opportunities for people who are artistic, and they could be in music and art and just many avenues.
I find that organizations like the Headwaters School, they bring the community together. You have people from all different walks of life and ages, whether it's a young person that's just interested in getting into art, that they've always had an interest, or you have people that are recently retired and have always had the passion to do it, but never knew where to go. This is a wonderful resource to be able to come, whether it be music or art, just celebrating the arts, and have that availability where they can sign up for these types of classes and meet other people in the community that share their interest.
My name is Rose Vincent. This is the Headwaters School, and we've had a string camp for 2 weeks. We've been in on the last week. This was Fiddle Week. You can see all the students around. They've just finished their concert, and it's been really, really good. We've had a lot of fun. The students have done a lot of work on fiddle tunes this week. They've prepared a 45-minute program in the space of 3-4 days, and it's been remarkable what they've learned. They've played things like Eleanor Plunkett, Big John McNeil, Drowsy Maggie, all these old Irish and Scottish fiddle tunes that just done a fantastic job with. One of the things we've focused on this week quite a bit is teamwork, is playing together. So they're thinking about, are they following the same groove that everyone else is following? And in the beginning of the week, we had a lot more of people playing as individuals. And toward the end of the week, they would start to flow with each other. So if someone made a mistake, that everyone was just kind of moved along with them. And that was really neat to see. They've also worked on some of the fiddle-related techniques, such as slides, drones, how to play backup, not to play melody all the time, but to play something that complements it.
My name is Kelly Lewing, and we have been working on fiddle music for the past 2 weeks, 9 days, I guess, and it's been super fun, and I just love it. Fiddle versus classical, I have a thing for fiddle music, so I'm really stoked that they were doing the fiddle for these 2 weeks. The difference between classical and fiddle is that fiddle is a lot more laid back, and it's also just jumpier. Well, it can be. It can also be slower, but classical is like really strict. Like, you need to do it this way, and fiddle is just like, just play.
I'm Jess. Well, I find it to be a rather nice outlet, playing music, because whenever I'm bored or just doing anything, I'm typically listening to music of some kind, or when I go over to friends' houses and they have a piano, if I bring my violin, I'll play something for them, or especially around the campfire with my family. That is the biggest spot that playing music is helpful.
I came into the class with an interest in fiddle, but the class, it just really honed some of the skills. I learned a lot this week, not just about the music itself, but also about like care of my instrument and different things that I need to be paying attention to.
My name's Anna Fairbanks. I learned things like playing chords, and we learned a lot of new cool songs. It was really fun.
I think students, we definitely see their minds turning during the classes, but I think the biggest benefit that students get out of it, whatever age they're exposed to it, is your mind expands as you try new skills, and these are definitely new skills. And they also made friends with each other throughout the week. And so I think their minds have expanded through the new techniques, and their horizons have expanded through the new people they met.
I was just getting back into violin, you know, and this is my first experience being part of a group since when I last played 2 years ago. And I think that it was extremely helpful in getting me back into it. And if I was just starting out for the first time, I think it'd be extremely helpful in that area as well.
Well, other than a contagious beat and singable melodies, I think the sense of community, that everyone can come together on these tunes, and it's a shared repertoire. You know, they're not the only ones playing this tune. They can go to other camps or other countries or other things, and people know these songs. They've been around for hundreds of years and are still current. So that's just a wonderful tradition.
I made a lot of friends, and it was fun, and the classes were easy because they put you in small groups so you got individual attention. For the performance, I was a little nervous because I've never done this type before, but it ended up being great.
My name is Lily McCollichick, and I never knew how to improvise, and I've always wanted to know that, because like if I jam or something with different people, it's really helped to improvise, just learn how to do chords and a lot of things like that.
When I first came in here, I had no idea how to play chords at all. Like I could sort of play them on the guitar, but if somebody put me next to my aunt who plays guitar around the campfire and said, hey, play along with her, she's playing a D, she's playing in the key of D, I'd be like, deer in the headlights. And being here, I know how to play a chord, I know the chord structure on a violin, and I know how to improvise, and that is the reason I came. You know, it's fiddle camp, and I learned how to fiddle.
When we have our classes, it's just as rewarding for us as it is for the students, but we also get to see them grow. We get to see their skills grow and their teamwork grow and just how they know each other and how they know themselves as players. Just leaps and bounds during the week.
It was fun. I mean, it was really upbeat and you got a lot of play of hard notes and stuff. So to get out of my range of playing classical and going slow to upbeat and funky, it was really fun.
The thing that we want everyone to know is that anyone can be part of music. People think that one has to have an exceptional degree of talent or be born with something, and that's absolutely not true. It's all about determination. We've seen these kids' determination this week, and it's been really good. And so if you ever have any interest in saying, look at what they're doing, I wish I could do that too, that's the one thing we'd like to say is come join us. Come talk to the people at Headwaters School about lessons, about other opportunities for exploring music, no matter what age you are, from very small to adults, etc.
We played fiddle. We went and the first week we stayed at Headwaters, and then this week we went and performed at Gold Pine Nursing Homes, and we performed at the middle school. Kind of scary, but not for me. Not that scary.
So next we are going to show you Lanigan's Ball, which is an Irish jig. And we're going to showcase Cheney and Tommy in the middle.
If you're considering taking a class at the Headwaters School of Music and Art, you would really enjoy it. It would be fun.
I made a lot of friends here. A lot of friends. This fiddle camp at Headwaters School of Music and Arts was really fun. I would say taking classes is so important.
for me, it helps keep me on track. Like, if I'm just off on my own doing my own thing, I'm not going to practice as often. I'm not going to know what songs to pick or what I should be working on. But taking a class from somebody is like monumental in learning the instrument. You learn the techniques, you have somebody right there with you pushing you along, and just somebody to encourage you and just help you.
Thank you so much for watching. Join us again next week for another episode of Common Ground. If you have an idea for a Common Ground piece that pertains to North Central Minnesota, email us at legacy@lptv.org or call us at 218-333-3014. To view any episode of Common Ground online, visit us at lptv.org. Episodes or segments of Common Ground, call 218-333-3020. Common Ground is brought to you by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund with money from the vote of the people November 4th, 2008. If you enjoyed this episode of Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground, consider making a contribution at lptv.org.